Hello everyone, we are
Group 6.
My name is Trần Thị Thủy.
My name is Phương Thị Tuyết. I'm Giang Thị Ngọc.
My full name is Nguyễn Thị Thanh Thảo.
I'm Trần Thị Thanh Thủy.
In this our video, we have three main parts. The first one is definition of stereotype. Moving to the second part, we have three stereotypes. The first one is
The women with husband harm to their husband. The second one is all Chinese products are fake.
and the third one is Nhất nam viết hữu, thập nữ viết vô.
And the last part in our video is a conclusion with the lessons after studying this subject.
Stand by with us. Bye! According to Wikipedia, in social psychology, a stereotype is an overgeneralized belief about a particular category of people. It is an expectation that people might have about every person of a particular group, and the type of expectation can vary. For example, an expectation about the group's personality, preferences, and ability.
Yeah, and according to the book, Journalist Walter Lippmann introduced a term stereotyping in 1992 to refer the selection process that it used to organize and simplify the perception of others. Stereotypes are a form of generation about group of people. When people stereotype others, they take category of people and make assertion about the characteristics of the people who belong to that category.
Mẹ ơi! Dạ chào bác ạ. Mẹ ơi, đây là Vân, bạn gái con, hôm nay con đưa về ra mắt mẹ.
Hai đứa ngồi đi.
Ngồi đây em.
Hai đứa im rồi mà mẹ con.
Sao con cháu đi đường
Này.
Ôi, chú chết hết nước, để bác vào pha nước nhé. Mai em không gì đâu lo rồi. Em không phải lo đâu, mẹ hiền lắm, yên tâm.
Thành ơi,
Dạ.
mẹ cho tí viên nào.
Vâng, em ngồi nhé, anh vào xem nhé. Mẹ gọi cho con nhé.
Sao mày yêu cái đứa con mà cắm ạ? Thế hả con?
Mẹ ơi, thời buổi nào rồi ai lại nghĩ cái đấy?
Mày không nghe câu gò mà cao sát chồng à?
Nhưng mà con yêu cô ấy mà mẹ.
Không được, mẹ không đồng ý đâu nhá.
According to physiognomy belief, the cheekbones show human competitiveness and power. People with high cheekbones often have a proactive and strong attitude in all competitions, so they want to pursue their dream and they are wise to stand out in a crowd.
Moreover, when they were born, they often have interest in power and talent, being leaders who guide others. Remarkably, people also believe that sometimes the women don't put themselves into someone's shoes and want to impose others. However, the gender-distant culture has been affected people's belief. For example, if the women are stronger or more talented than their husband, it's believed that their husband will be unlucky man. Furthermore, it does not follow the concept thuyền theo lái, gái theo chồng. Alright, okay, please focus about stereotype and in your mind, is this true or false?
Mentioning to Lan Hui, besides remembering the image of smart, brave girl, and skillful manners, some people are also strongly expressed by high cheekbones. Besides, someone doesn't keen on to this one, she is still proud of the facial features. She thinks that her cheekbones make a difference to her beauty and help her really shine on the stage. And moreover, her marriage is also very happy. She married with a businessman named Tuấn John, and their wedding ceremony is cozy and luxurious. On the stage, they give each other very sweet words. And do you know another example in the world?
Yes, I do.
Now, I will give you another example. Michelle Mayer Pfeiffer is an American actress and producer who also has high cheekbones in her face. According to the website DemiLessonLearnInLife.com, she has received many accolades, including a Golden Globe Award and 3 nominations for Academy Award. She met TV writer David Kenny on a blind date in 1993.
For their first day, they went bowling, and it was the beginning of their passionate romance. David said, "Life is made out of choices, and I've not always made good choices, but I know I picked the right woman." One of their recent anniversaries, she posted on Instagram mentioned how she was made here. Feel like the luckiest girl in the room for 20 years with her husband by her side sipping on some wine and champagne.
No one is born to choose the facial features for themselves, and no one wants to have such a face that people can criticize. So the birth and death in life that everyone has to go through, and then it's time for you have to live. That girls love you wholeheartedly and take care of you when you are sick. The cheekbones cannot kill anyone.
Hey guys, please do not abandon the girl with beautiful and precious personality in life with the reason of their high cheekbones. If you love a person without high cheekbones, but you and your partner have lots of disagreement, sooner or later it will be need to break up. Therefore, don't miss your opportunity by judging a book by its cover.
Tao mới đi lấy hàng.
Không gì?
Tao lấy hàng tao order mấy hôm trước rồi. Cho mày xem, tao mới order được con bảng mắt ngon bổ rẻ luôn.
Đâu?
Mà mày nhìn xem, đẹp này có 20.000.
20.000 thôi á?
20.000. Đấy, xem thì biết.
Lại made in China á?
China thì sao?
Còn Trung Quốc toàn đồ dởm. When it comes to the phrases made in China, many Vietnamese people may have an unfriendly views of Chinese goods, or Chinese goods are labeled as inferior, poor qualities, and harm to the users. So do you know the reason why? And here are some of the reasons why people have stereotypes of this. Firstly, when the Hải Dương 981 oil rig happened from the middle of 2014, the Vietnamese people online community also launched a campaign to boycott the goods originating from China. Many websites have been set up to call for boycotts, and many users have changed their images to represent the Vietnamese national flag and the boycott symbol of Chinese goods.
Second, from 2016 to 2017, many Vietnamese consumers discovered that using Chinese products such as food, lotion, domestic, and appliances are not good and harmful for humans' health. For example,
At the market in Hà Tĩnh City, their squid costs about 200,000 đồng per kilogram. That is super cheap compared to ordinary squid. When people burn it, it smelled burnt and had black smoke. These products are from Chinese origin. In the year 2012, fungi apples originating from Shandong, China that were grown by the method of toxic plastic powder wrapping, which made many Vietnamese customers quickly turn their backs. Even though that the ingredients in the plastic wrap are thiram, a toxic fungicide, and melasopro, toxic organic compound containing arsenic. Many Chinese farmers grow apple scrap with his insecticide impregnated back when apples are still small.
from the incidents, Vietnamese people began to copy Chinese products and got the stereotype is that all the Chinese girls are fake. So what do you think about this concept? So in today's clip, we will make it clearer. Actually, not all Chinese girls are fake completely. As you know, Chinese cosmetics girls are very popular in Vietnam, especially for young people. For example, about the food. Chinese sweets are popular with many people, such as cheesecakes, melted blueberries, mini pineapple cakes, and soft banana cakes.
Em chào chị ạ, em thấy chị mua rất nhiều hàng đồ ăn của Trung Quốc, vậy có phải tế đồ của hàng Trung Quốc không ạ?
Đúng thưa em, cả nhà chị đều thích ăn luôn ấy, nó vừa ngon vừa rẻ mà mỗi lần đi mua chị toàn mua cả như thế này để về ăn dần.
Vâng, em cảm ơn chị ạ. Besides pastries, about 1 month ago, many ice cream devotees in Hanoi and some northern provinces spread out rumors about the ice cream. Notably, this ice cream is very cheap. It is from 120,000 dong to 118,000 dong per box of 40 sticks. Secondly, Chinese household goods are common with Vietnamese family. For example, cookers, kettles, pans, and so on. And here is a product made in China. It is really convenient for me to cook. And I have used this product for several years. And until now, it still be a great product.
In recent times, the phrase Chinese cosmetics has been mentioned a lot and has become a topic of discussion. And with a super affordable price, you have many options to get cosmetics from China. And even Chinese cosmetics are compared to the high-end one in UK, US, France, or even Korea. And Chinese cosmetic also have very diverse models, cute designs that are not inferior to Korean cosmetic at all. You will have a lot of options to suit your needs without worrying about the price. In addition, Chinese makeup products are often added with many ingredients, so you can completely care for the skin and beautify yourself.
Nhà mình rộng đấy nhở?
Ngày hay sáng đâu? Tao bảo nhá, hôm qua tao nhìn cái váy đẹp lắm. Đây là cho.
Đang về đấy.
Thế à?
Chào mẹ, chào bác. Hai con có bạn đến nhà chơi mẹ.
Thế à?
Dạ vâng ạ.
Hai đứa cứ ngồi chơi nhá.
Dạ
Bác
vâng.
đi nấu cơm tí.
Dạ vâng ạ. Cái gì đây?
Sao nào đây? Kia mấy năm có bầu à?
Mẹ đâu, tao đâu chỉ ở nhà của em này. Chắc
Tao
của
tưởng-
em bé rồi ấy.
Tao tưởng nhà mày ba chị em rồi cơ mà.
Nhưng mà nhà tao có lấy thêm một đứa anh trai nữa.
Nhưng mà chị em mày cũng lớn cả rồi ấy.
Nhưng mà mày biết đấy, người ta có câu nên nam biết nữ thập nữ biết không?
According to the Wikipedia trọng nam khinh nữ, the meaning of the stereotype nhất nam biết hữu thập nữ biết vô is having a son is still there, but having 10 girls is still not, which assesses the role of the son and daughter in the society. Talking about the reason. Firstly, male chauvinism is a sexist ideology which considers men more important than women. This is an ideological system that exists almost everywhere in the world, especially under the feudalism, and Vietnam is no exception. This point of view in Vietnam is influenced by Chinese Confucianism. It exists heavily during the feudal period of our country. Secondly, since the health of men are better than women, they are more suitable for the jobs that require health and technical thinking. Therefore, they play a main role inside the work, so the important work of the family and become the breadwinners. Men have the power and position in the family and the children follow their surname. If there is daughters without son, grandchildren will name from on the distant side and clan of this family will be isolated. Besides, when parents or grandfather die, no one and nowhere worship because the daughter get married. They live in the family of her husband and take care of them. That is why most of households currently want to have a son. At present, human civilization is moving toward equality of men and women with the promotion of equal rights in the society of women equivalent to men. However, the natural characteristic of sex from over the millions of years of evolution cannot be changed. Because of health, logical thinking, and better concentration, men tend to excel in complex jobs such as leaders, scientists, even with the jobs that are often reserved for women, like cooking and sewing. Most prominent people, like professional cooks and famous fashion designers, are often men.
Em chào chị ạ. Chị cho em hỏi về quan điểm nhất nam viết nữ, thập nữ viết thô, thì nghĩ sao về quan điểm này ạ?
Thứ nhất là mình cũng là con gái, mình cũng là phụ nữ, nên là sau này khi mà lập gia đình ý, mình muốn tìm một người đàn ông mà anh ấy có thể cho phép mình là có thể thờ cúng được cả hai bên, và sau này khi có con thì mình cũng muốn truyền đạt cho con mình, kể cả con trai hay con gái, về tư tưởng là không những nhất nam viết hữu mà nhất nữ cũng phải viết hữu nữa.
Em cảm ơn chị ạ.
Some negative impacts of Nhất nam viết hữu, thập nữ viết vô on Vietnamese culture. According to studies about this view, it was ingrained into the subconscious for generations of Vietnamese. Firstly, about the management and social activity. Women are trained to kitchen strings, live out of the common works of societies. This fact shows that currently the number of women participating in committees and political economic spheres is still quite small. Women are restricted from joining later at all levels, or are disadvantaged in terms of applying for jobs. Secondly, in the economic spheres, women have to do housework to take care of their families, while men are the major breadwinners in the household, who support their families. Therefore, Vietnamese women are often used to farming, housework, simple jobs with low income, which makes them economically dependent on their husband. Thirdly, in the fields of social life, some families have to appreciation minds about giving a birth a son. Fourthly, in education and training, the son has the right to study bright or routines. Meanwhile, girls have to stay at home to learn how to the housework, manage families, and get married. However, in the real life, there are a lot of successful women in many different fields that are still considered to be for men, like Miss Nguyễn Thị Bình, Miss Trương Mỹ Hoa, former vice presidents of Socialist Republic of Vietnam, and the first female chairwoman of National Assembly of Vietnamese, Miss Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân. Women are provided to the whole world that it is wrong to respect men, and despite women, they are contributing day by day to build a better society.
Today's
As society becomes more and more civilized, backwards customs are being abolished, but it seems that the ideas of respect for men and women is still deeply ingrained in the consciousness of many modern people. They still keep their own conceptions even though now gender equality is gradually coming into our lives realized. When women are progressively remove the witch cover, which have been deposed for a long time to contribute to growth of society.
Joining cross-cultural communications is a great way to contribute to widening our knowledge about culture in the world. Moreover, after studying stereotype, we have realized that the stereotype influences to a particular community significantly. Firstly, it makes us ignore differences between individuals, therefore we think things about people that might not be true. In addition, stereotypes create a misconception of how people are and how they live in other cultures, religions, and countries. The misconception could cause problems such as discrimination. Therefore, we need to challenge stereotypes, biases, and prejudice as well to think and speak objectively. After doing the final assignment, we got a really useful lesson. We should learn to respect and understand other cultures, religions, and countries. This could avoid many problems. And with all of this, we can train our perception of the stereotypes that are deeply rooted in our society and make of this a better society.